I'm Justine Cocchi, a program manager on the Cosmos DB team, and I'm excited to talk to you about change-feed today. Change-feed is a persistent record of changes to items in a container in the order that they occurred. It's commonly used for patterns like event sourcing, auditing, or data movement, whether that be between containers in Cosmos DB or to downstream systems. The change-feed offers different features depending on the mode that you read it in. One mode is latest version. In this mode, you can read the latest create or update for each item in your container. This mode has infinite retention, meaning you can read changes all the way from the beginning of your container. The next mode is all versions and delete. Here, you can get every create, update, and delete operation for every item, including TTL expiration. In this mode, if you have two updates to the same item in between change-feed reads, the next time you read change-feed, you'll see the update for both of those items, rather than just seeing the latest update. Changes in this mode are retained for the continuous backup period of the account, which means you can't read from the beginning of the feed, but you can read anything that happened within that retention window. For containers that are very active and have a lot of changes coming in, change-feed is able to be parallelized across partitions so that you can read your changes even faster and ensure that you're keeping up with the volume of changes to your container. Let's imagine we have a Cosmos DB container with 3 physical partitions. This container is partitioned by city. I can create 3 change-feed workers to process changes from each partition independently. That way, when updates come in for various partitions, each change-feed worker gets an ordered list of changes for the partition that it owns. Now, managing these partitions and workers can be a bit challenging, so there's several different ways to read change-feed that help you manage this. The first is change-feed processor. Change-feed processor gives you control over how you read the change-feed and offers configuration options for things like the poll interval for how frequently you're checking for changes. It doesn't have the complexity of needing to manage checkpointing, error handling, or scaling across change-feed workers as your container grows. All of that is handled for you automatically with the change-feed processor. Azure Functions is a hosted option for the change-feed processor, and it's one of the easiest ways to get started using change-feed. There's also the change-feed pull model. The pull model gives you the most control over how and when you read the change-feed. However, it can be complex for some scenarios. Let's imagine a real-world application in the retail space. I have some business requirements. I want to create a fulfillment system that helps me track orders happening for my business. I also want to be able to coordinate order status updates across my microservice components for shipping, payments, and delivery. Let's see how the change-feed processor can help us fulfill both of these requirements. I'm going to switch over to Visual Studio, where I have a console app running. You'll notice the first thing I do is initialize my Cosmos client. The Cosmos client is the entry point for your Cosmos DB account and helps you communicate with all of the containers and data in your account. Notice I'm authenticating with the default Azure credential, which uses Microsoft Entra ID authentication and removes the dependency on passwords. Once I have my client, I can actually create my change-feed processor and create connections to 2 containers. The first container is my monitor container. This is the container that I will be monitoring for changes, and in my scenario is my orders container. I also have a lease container. The lease container helps the change-feed processor maintain state for processing changes. You'll see 1 lease per physical partition, and this is how we can manage checkpointing and the order of changes that have been processed for each partition. Now, notice I'm creating my builder with all versions and delete. For this application, I'm using all versions and delete change-feed mode to make sure that I get every order status update for my application. Once I've configured that, I can go ahead and start the processor to begin reading my changes. Now, one more thing to note is the handle changes async function. Handle changes async is called every time a batch of changes is delivered into the change feed. In this example, I'm going to loop through every order that I received and print out some metadata for the order. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. I have my change feed processor application already running, and I also have the Azure portal pulled up with Data Explorer. This is my orders container, and I have a bunch of my orders listed here. Now, if I were to simulate one of my microservices making updates to this data, let's see the status goes from ordered to shipped, and we update this. we can see the change feed processor will automatically pick up this change and print our new order status into the console. Thank you so much. And if you're interested in using ChangeFeed, get started by checking out aka.ms/changefeed.